What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be showing you how to throw this new Stern RAB-AD system onto whatever, firearm you're going to be using. This is not the type of video that I normally do because I consider stuff like this pretty damn boring. But considering it's such a new product to the market, and I went on YouTube earlier today and could not find anything so far on it, other than, little quick shorts in people's videos. I know that this was actually sent to me by Stern Defense, so I don't know how many people actually have them right now. So that's why I figured, why not go ahead and, get a video out there showing you guys how to do this. That way, when I do a shooting video with it, I can also, you guys can find this one afterwards if you end up buying this product. So as you can see, I've got my Stern 9mm upper out, and this is the MAG-AD, the Stern Defense MAG-AD 9 kit is what you're looking at right here in a standard AR-15 lower receiver. As you can see, like I said, I've got their upper, I've got their MAG-AD 9 kit. The only thing I don't really have that they offer from their company on this thing would be the trigger, and it's only because I love that trigger that's in this thing so much that I don't necessarily really want to change it. But, so to keep everything YouTube safe, obviously, the gun's not even together. So, it's safe, blah, 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 blah. Let's move forward. So the first thing, obviously, you're going to be, taking this thing off, and then you're going to be getting the castle nut, get your brace off, get your stock off, whatever. We're going to get the castle nut off in a second. I'm not actually going to show you guys all that crap because you know how to do it. That stuff's pretty boring. So let's move this out of the way. I mean, we'll show it being installed, but we're not going to show taking every single thing else off of the gun, because 90% of you watching this video are going to already know how to do that, and the other 10% can go somewhere else for that. Sorry, guys. So in the packaging, you've got your necessary tool pieces right here. I don't really know if these are going to work specifically for mine. I've got it. I'm going to have to use a real wrench. Got mine torqued down pretty tight. And I've got plenty of other Allen keys, but I love that most companies are now including the Allen keys for whatever you might need in there. And I say that because a lot of these tiny little tolerances on some of these things, I've noticed, are a little bit different. You might have one Allen key that looks exactly the same as another one, but they might just not work as well. So before we get in, straight into putting this thing on and showing you, I can show you a little bit more of how it works. So this little detent pin right here, there's a plate back here behind these springs, and when there's pressure applied towards the back of the gun, that's what keeps it on. So you press the button, she's going to pop loose, and you can see how the setup of it works. Like I said, I don't normally do videos like this, so the lighting isn't the absolute best, and I don't really plan on doing more very much, because it's not, like I said, it's just not, I'd rather do shooting videos. But yeah, so you press on the back of that, again, push forward, and you can hear it snap in. If you don't have that pressed in, this pin will fall out of the bottom, and you're going to have to put it back in. I figured that out yesterday when I got it when I pulled it out of the box the first time. I just was like, bloop, and it fell right out. So yeah, let's get this thing apart, and let's get this bad boy put on the gun. All right, back from taking everything apart using my handy dandy Brownells Armorer's wrench. We've got all the parts laid out, everything that you're going to need for the day. Lower set aside, ammo set aside. We're not going to need those, unless we get a home intruder. So as far as this guy goes, for me, moving it back and forth, I'm going to keep my finger on this. That way that little pin doesn't come out. All right, and essentially, you're just going to thread this on. It says in the instructions to thread on until it bottoms out pretty much, which mine's going to be at a weird angle. So I'm going to come off a little bit, and then we're going to get this guy on there and installed properly. Now, you're going to want to watch these little springs, obviously. You see exactly what they're doing right there. They hung up on the side. Okay, so this has been the one thing I've been noticing. It's going to be hard to get on this camera, but when I was playing with it earlier, there's this tiny little gap. And if it's not done at just the right angle, see, like, hold on, I'll try to show you. Pull my castle nut down a little bit here. The reason why I'm guessing the reason why they have a very specific torque tolerance. I think it said 30 pounds. You see this tiny little gap right here on the spring. If you have this tiny little gap between your plate and this spring, this is not going to function properly. So I'm going to handle that real quick. See, as soon as I put my finger on it, the gap closes a little bit. So I'm just going to have to tighten that guy down properly, which I can't necessarily do on camera. So we'll get that done real quick and then be right back again. Okay, so being fully transparent here, I had to bastardize one of my other I say that. I ended up taking the piece, the buffer tube assembly that I had on this gun previously, swapped it out for one that I had on another gun. This one feels a little bit better built. I've done put it up, but I had to try 3 separate of these back plates. All right, so you can still see that little teeny spot where the spring is showing, and there's no real way for me to get that gap closed. As a matter of fact, just for shits and gigs, it shows a flat back plate right here. I've never seen a flat back plate before, but if that needs to be, and I will just say, if that's something that is, needed for the better function of this, then it should be provided with the kit. So far that's got to be the one little nag that I have so far, but this is still going to work. And just to show, let's see here, we'll go ahead and grab this bad boy, put it on there, push down, and pop. See, works as shown. So let's get her back on the gun, and then we'll do a little breakaway, show you how she runs. This is an awesome, exciting product. At the price that they're bringing this thing into market, I believe it was like $140. They have potential to do some serious damage, in my opinion, to other competition in the market like this, especially with them making the one for the Remington, I believe the TAC 14 model, the shotguns. If they end up doing the same thing for, like, let's say Mossberg 500, it'd be pretty damn cool. They're going to end up taking the industry by storm if they keep making different types of things like this. And, the RAB-AD 9 kit, they're definitely on their shit. So yeah, let's get this thing thrown together and show you the rest. Okay, so after seeing how this one actually goes in, I am going to show you guys how to do this specifically, because you got to whip out some car tools here. It's a little bit different than standard stuff would be with normal firearms, guys, what we're used to. So you might be asking yourself how the hell that goes in there onto the lower receiver if it's angled out like that. So let's get that little pin out, this little spring out of the way for a second. Get this guy threaded on just a little bit first. Use my fingers to wiggle it on some. Go ahead and get that spring in there. Fingernail her down a little bit there. Come on, baby. There we go. All right, now push. I'm just gonna keep it pushed in. I don't care. You guys can do whatever you want, but they included this nice little piece that you attach to your socket wrench, and then it gets real simple from there. It's actually a pretty nice way of doing things. I actually kind of like it a lot. And got her on there real tight. And that's how you install the back portion of it. Oops, I left a piece out. Let's see here. We'll have to back off just a little bit. So let's see. Boop. And boop. Break her loose a little bit. Use both fingers in there to turn it. Pop that guy back in there. Use my fingers as a tool again. Let's see. Come on. There we go. And just give her a little quick retighten. Good to go. All right. And yeah, that's how she gets down on there. Pretty simple. And now for the moment of truth. What you've all been waiting for. That is how simple it is. Is that not freaking awesome? Like, backpack storage, whatever. It's really cool design. I'm a big fan. I really like it. I've already got, some time behind one, used it at an event. So I was really excited for it the moment that I saw it. Let's get the whole shebang thrown back together and show you guys how awesome this thing looks and how small and compact you can get it down. And for those of you who would rather watch the YouTube video than watch or read the directions, installing your spring into the tube like so, and this little piece I don't know what they call this, like so, same deal, down into the tube, and that's pretty much it. You are now ready to freaking rock. Pins out, pins out, pins out. Got some hair in my mouth. And there you have it. We are back, ready to rock, and that's how. Yeah. So once you're good to go, that's what you're going to be looking at, and that's the setup. It is pretty damn cool. I'm really happy with it. Can't wait to get my own out on the range. This is mine forever now. Looking forward to it. I'm probably going to end up buying another one after seeing what the final product looks like versus just the prototype. I'm really, really impressed with it. I really, really like it. I do have a few small critiques, but we will wait to talk about that in another video. It's definitely not anything that I see an issue, just critiques or things that I would like to see maybe incorporated into the future. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope I kept it simple and sweet. And the next time I see you guys with this setup, we'll be out on the range. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy, and hopefully you guys get your hands on one of these as well.